She's out here somewhere.
Paris!
Paris, come!
Paris, come!
It's the death guy. The death guy.
The death guy, the Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper, yes.
The Grim Reaper may have drank a little too much. He might have been overserved.
He's overserved, like hanging on his sickle.
Just leaning on his sickle.
We don't talk about Bruno because Bruno was this bad, bad thing.
We're eating an elephant, and how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So I actually kept it together the whole day, which is astonishing because there's a lot of patience involved in this day.
Yes, you
Struggle. We're just not going to talk about Bruno.
We're not going to talk about Bruno.
We're going to talk about Bruno.
That.
Yeah, Mike was dehydrated, sitting in the car all day. You know, that was his Gatorade bottle.
Totally the wrong color. They don't make a Gatorade that color, my love.
Shots of Patron for everybody. Paris.
Paris. Welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis Podcast. I'm Megan.
And I'm Shaen. We're here to talk about the wild ride of raising kids, growing careers, keeping life together in the middle of all the chaos.
So buckle up, because we're all in this crazy journey together.
Paris. Yeah, are we going to watch Paris while we're doing that?
No.
Paris. I don't see her.
She's out here somewhere.
Paris.
Paris, come.
Paris, come. There she is. Good girl.
Good girl. You stay with us, baby.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are back for the next episode. This is 39.
39.
We weren't quite sure. This one will be a little different.
Yes.
Primarily because this is a behind the scenes, like behind the curtains catch up.
Yes.
We have literally not seen each other for 5 days.
Correct.
We have no idea what's been happening other than, you know, the texts here and there and the FaceTime to say goodnight.
Yes. Yeah, it has been a crazy few days, particularly for you. But here, yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen each other. And that's one of the things I think a lot of people, especially at this phase of life, have to manage through, right? Is like really busy schedules. How do you continue to stay connected and stay in touch? It's hard, and you have to be intentional. And so thank goodness we have Mr. and Mrs.
That's right.
to give us that time.
To publicly catch up on our relationship and marriage. And we're doing it in the backyard. I was just throwing an acorn away that our little puppy, Paris, should not be eating, which I'm sure you'll be watching us watch her till one of our kids comes out.
Right.
And watches the puppy. But
Yeah.
she's 2 years old now. She's not really a puppy, but
I know, but because she's only 8 pounds,
yeah.
she will always be a puppy. Like,
That's
I don't
right.
think she'll ever be, feel like a full-grown dog because she's so small.
Won't. No, she won't.
Like, she
Yeah.
was just chasing a squirrel that probably only weighs about 2 pounds less than her.
That's right.
I have no idea what she would do if she were to catch it. I'm actually thankful she didn't.
Yeah.
But
Well, she'd lose that fight, but anyways.
you think?
Paris aside, you might be able to see her in the background walking through the backyard or whatnot, but
She's doing her thing.
yeah. So we'll try to get through one episode without getting too bit up by mosquitoes. If we're doing this, we're trying to take care of mosquitoes, and I apologize.
I know, we just need a citronella candle.
Hopefully we won't get bit up out here, but anyways, yeah. Well, I missed you. It's been 5 days. Our youngest and I, we were in California and San Diego, and at a soccer thing.
Yeah?
So we were there with some of the parents there and the soccer team while you were here with 2 of the kids.
Yep.
And we were just living the separate lives for a little while. So how was your weekend?
My weekend was surprisingly busy.
Yeah.
So I had mentally prepared for, okay, Shaen's not here. Okay, I only have 2 kids, the 2 older kids that are, a little more helpful. So I was like, surely I can have coffee sitting on the back patio at some point. Can I relax, maybe put a puzzle together? Yet none of that happened.
Yeah.
None of that happened.
Yeah.
It was busy with just keeping up with things all weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I left the house at 10:15 on Saturday morning and didn't get home until about 8:30 at night.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we were gone. We came home, correction.
Track practice to shopping.
To shopping.
Oh, and then you took them out to dinner.
Yeah, well, and then I lied. We did come home because we watched then. One of the cool things is we have a live stream of the soccer game, so I could come home, watch the soccer game.
Yeah. Thank you to the parents who take care of that too. That is awesome when we can't be there.
It is amazing, yeah, especially in travel when you have to split up.
Yeah.
It was fantastic, and I know that can't be easy to lug all that stuff halfway across the country. So thank you to those parents.
No, and I know there were some parents there that kind of helped because only one of the parents was there. Mom was there, so I think some of the dads on the team, and I didn't even know it was happening, were helping put that together. So thank you to the behind the scenes people that do that, because I know people like you that are at home and a lot of the other parents that had to stay back appreciate that.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Could really see the game. So that was fun. And you can like get really excited and like yell and be like, go, 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 without, bothering anyone. So it was kind of fun.
The one or two times I've watched it, it's been on the coaches' side. So it's been really fun for me because I can hear the coaches talk.
Oh, really?
And you can hear the coaches kind of a little bit what they're saying to the kids. You can hear what they're saying to the refs. You can kind of hear banter back and forth between the coaches. But I think you could hear the parents, which oftentimes you don't want to hear the parents, especially if it's the other teams. Parents having issues.
Totally. I will say that of the 3 games that I watched, I did not hear anything other than positive cheering from our parents.
Yeah.
It was very positive. Now, on the other side, definitely a lot of colorful language. And I was like, I'm so glad they're not our parents. Whew.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. We get riled up here and there, but could you guys, there was times, because I knew you guys were watching it and stuff, there was times when I would like wave at it, and there was a couple of times I like yelled out like things to you guys, wondering if the camera would pick it up. Did you ever hear any of those things?
I heard you say like, come on, like let's go solar or whatever.
No, I was talking specifically to you and the family at the house. You didn't hear any of those?
We didn't,
Okay.
no.
Too funny.
And the camera had to be in a really specific angle for us to see you, although we did see you eating your corn nuts.
I know, I didn't know how she knew I was eating my corn nuts out there.
Oh, we saw it. I was like,
pretty good.
Dad's eating corn nuts. I knew that they were corn nuts probably before our daughter did.
Yeah.
She just saw you eating something.
That's a good nervous habit for me. It's having something to crunch on that I don't have to like. I would probably be okay having sunflower seeds. A lot of dads do that there, but I would obviously put them in like a cup so I could throw them away. But I no to those dads that are eating the sunflower seeds and just spitting them on the ground. Other people use those fields, not just you. So if you wouldn't mind not doing that and cleaning up after yourself, it'd be fantastic.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that's just a public disclaimer there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
What is that public? Oh, PSA. I like that
Little
PSA.
PSA there.
Yeah.
For the sunflower seeds, guys.
Yeah.
Unless it's a mom.
Sorry, I laughed. Sure, it's a mom. Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was maybe a little.
So you guys watched the game, then you guys got ready, went out to dinner.
Yeah, we went to church, then we went out to dinner, and then we came home. And
Yeah, that's a long day though.
it was a long day.
It's a whole Saturday.
Yep. And then Sunday, it was just busy around the house. Loads of laundry, changing beds. We finished putting up the Halloween decorations, picking up. It was just like,
Yeah. So that's what I did like the day of, or maybe the day before, I can't remember. But so the kids are on Halloween break. They're on fall break, which is something new. Our generation never had anything like that. They can't do, I think we talked about that once. You can't go do a full month of school, God forbid. So let's give them a whole nother week off.
Just give them a week
It's one
off.
week a month for 4 out of like 8 months. Anyways.
for sure.
50% of the time, they're not a whole week off. Anyways, I was rushing because it was already like October 4th, and we've been joking about like getting all the stuff down for Halloween and stuff. And I was like, I have to do it because if I don't do it before we go, by the time I get back, it'll be the 14th. And it'll weigh on me a little bit that it's only out for 2 weeks. It's like Christmas stuff, right? Like you get the Christmas stuff out early because you don't want to put it away 2 weeks later.
Right. It's
a big pull,
to-do.
right? Yeah, it's
Heck
a big
yeah.
to-do. And after looking around the house and how much Halloween stuff we have too, it's like, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It's
Not
a lot
nearly
of
as much
stuff.
as Christmas, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And thank you to our daughter who, she did a lot of the stuff in the house.
Yeah.
But there were some big things that we had to do.
Yeah.
And it was a group effort. I should actually send the video to you of the 2 kids trying to put up this really big, what is it? What's the death guy? The death guy.
The death guy, the Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper. Yeah, see, death guy, Grim Reaper. It's the same thing.
Same thing, I knew exactly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the two older kids had to work together to do it. I have a video.
Somewhere along the way we lost, it's like a 9-foot Grim Reaper. I just didn't say. Somewhere along the way we lost it, the stilts for his legs. So I got some PVC for it and just cut it. So he might be like 6 inches taller than he was initially meant to be, or somewhere around there. But because the PVC is a little bit more pliable than his initial legs were, he leans a little bit forward. So he's even more menacing now because he's like leaning over everybody with his sickle.
It's true.
Almost like he wants to fall over though. So much so that the Grim Reaper may have drank a little too much. He might have been overserved.
He's overserved, like hanging on his sickle.
Just leaning on his sickle.
It's like, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, they may have had to turn him around 2 or 3 times. It's fine. It's fine.
I heard about some of that though, but
It's
yeah.
pretty
So
good.
you guys got all that up.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a busy weekend. But I'd love to hear about your weekend because I think yours was a little more fun and exciting.
Well, it didn't start that way, as you know, and some of the parents
We
I
don't
talked
talk about
about,
Bruno?
because we were actually supposed to be in on Friday. This is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday thing. So everybody's coming in Friday. Some people even came in Thursday, and then through Monday when our last game was, then people left Monday. Some people stayed till Tuesday. So
Oh, wow.
this is a 4 to 6 day thing for some people, right? And this is a showcase for all those that don't know. This is not part of the league. These are things that certain levels of teams do. They get together around the country, showcases, and literally they have college coaches there, they have USA coaches, they have professional scouts there, and you go and showcase your kids. Now, this is the first year really of this age group that any actual scouts will be there, but there are. I mean, there was a USA scout there. That's how these things work. So it is kind of a fun thing, and it's a big deal for these kids.
Yeah.
It's a whole, I mean, you know, I don't know how many teams are there because it's not like it's open to the, you know, whoever
Right.
wants to
Right.
come in, whoever wants to do it. But
Right.
it's an invitational to some degree, or if you're at a certain level, you can sign up for it, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's a big deal. They have like a whole tent set up for, you know, like there's all kinds of stuff set up. There's eating tents, there's merch tents, which we always fill up on.
Always.
You know,
Can't not.
yeah, everybody's got the new sweatshirts and the hats and all that kind of stuff. So it's a big deal. It's fun. You know, we played 3 of the top 100 teams in the country.
Yeah.
So that was good to see how you kind of stack rank against this. I mean, if you look at this age group, there's probably 50,000 teams.
Right.
You know, but these are the top, you know, anywhere from the top maybe 600 down, you
Yeah.
might play in something like this. And they usually try to put you near people similar to your ranking.
Yeah.
And we're in the top 100. I think we're 60-ish. So
Yeah.
we played quite a few teams around the top 60 teams
Yeah.
in the country at this age group. So it's a big deal. That's why when parents come in, they come in early. You want to make sure your kids are rested.
Yeah.
So, you know, all that's kind of the long backstory of we were supposed to get in early Friday morning, the whole day there, first game Saturday. Well, there was a domino effect, and I want to use it as a teaching lesson of when you say you're going to do something, you do it. That's just how we raised our children.
Yes.
Because it drives me bonkers. But a professional, we'll call him, said he was going to do something for me at my business, and he didn't. He's like, oh, I can't do it. I got to do it now. It was only like, instead of AM, it's PM. And I was like, okay, that's fine. It got to be done. Oh, now it can't be PM. It's got to be AM on another day. Well, because of that domino affected all these other things. Long story short, had to change the AM flight. And that was a direct. So now it's like, okay, we can leave just a little bit later. I bought myself 2 more hours. We have a layover now in Las Vegas, which should be fine. And then we'll be there, and we'll be there in plenty of time because there's a team meeting at night that you're supposed to be there for.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the movie Encantos?
Yes. Encantos.
Okay, Encantos. If you have not seen the movie Encantos, tell them about Bruno, because I've talked for like 100 minutes in a row here.
So there's a song called We Don't Talk About Bruno, because Bruno was this bad thing, and they're like, we just don't talk about it. We just don't talk about it. Anyway, so now back to your story. I didn't have a whole lot of backstory on We Don't Talk About Bruno.
There's a whole song. It's actually a pretty good song.
It's a great
It's
song.
in this movie. So
Yeah, and I don't need to sing it.
So our youngest and I are going, And there's a lot going on. So I was trying to teach life skills. Like, this is an elephant, buddy, because it was a lot to get done. There's a lot going on. It was rushed because we had to do something that morning now. That's why everything changed.
Yep.
And that morning was hectic even before we got
It really was.
the idea in our heads to go to the airport. There was
Yeah.
a lot going on. I didn't take a shower. It was just whatever. It was crazy. But I was like, buddy, it's okay. We just we're eating an elephant, and how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So what's our first step? I was like, this was this one, so now we've done that one. Now the next bite is just getting to the airport. And then the next bite's getting through security, because government shutdown right now, so we weren't sure how TSA would be. And
Yep.
slowly but surely, we were taking all these bites, and everything was okay, kind of going as it should have been until we got to Vegas. And Las Vegas, like, I don't know how to affect the metaphor on this. You have a good way to affect that metaphor, but it flipped it on its head.
It was a dumpster fire.
Long story short, we were in Vegas for like 7 hours. We lived in Vegas.
Yes.
It rained there how many times?
4.
Yeah.
4.
In the entire times we lived.
In 2 years.
In 2 years that we lived in Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, there was storms coming through Vegas, thunderstorms, lightning storms. Literally, I took a picture of it. You know how you look at the radar and you got green, you got red where it's really intense and lightning and stuff. Well, literally, and I might try to put it on here, the red just is a circle. The red from the thunderstorm is a circle around only the Las Vegas airport.
100%. I bet the stratosphere on the north side of the strip was fine.
Oh, it was literally just around the airport. It's in the runways itself. Like, it didn't touch only airport real estate. It was encapsulated by this red.
It was insane.
Yeah, that was just one of them. But it was just rolling storms with lightning. It was like a soccer game. Every time there was a lightning strike within 3 miles, they closed the airport. So we were there for like 7 hours, and it was nightmarish. I tried to change because sometimes I've traveled enough that sometimes later flights will actually leave earlier than sooner flights, than the earlier flights, just because of how everything works. Because, well, we were sitting there 5 hours. We were supposed to land 5 hours ago in San Diego.
Yep.
Well, our pilot was still in LAX in Los Angeles, and we're like, this one was supposed to be leaving in 20 minutes. Its pilot was supposedly there because it was boarding in 20 minutes. So I got into this flight, which was great.
Fantastic.
Literally, like the second I confirmed that, it got delayed 2 more hours. So now the new flight was leaving an hour after the old flight.
Yes.
Oh, and so, well, okay, I can go back to my old flight, but guess what? You lost your priority boarding. Now you have to board. Now you're in the bag.
Yeah.
So I actually kept it together the whole day, which is astonishing because there's a lot of patience involved in this day.
There was a lot.
And patience is a virtue I don't have.
Yes, you
Struggle.
often tell me one of the first things I knew about you, by your own admission, was patience is a virtue I do not possess.
Anyways.
Although you are getting way better.
Thanks, but I'm turning this whole thing into 10 minutes. I'm turning a long story into 10 minutes, but I'm turning a long story into a longer story than it needs to be. But by the end of it, we didn't get in till midnight, 1 a.m., heads hit the bed.
Yeah.
Team meeting was at 7:30 that night. We were supposed to be there with this team. If you miss a team meeting, you're not playing.
You're not playing.
But I was communicating, can't control the weather, which is true. I can't, as much as I tried to control everything.
That's exactly right.
So Coach was thankfully very
He was.
understanding.
So understanding.
Of the situation. And, that's part of it, too. We tell our kids, like, hey, we're on time almost everywhere we go. So the one time that you're not on time, if you make it,
right.
effort.
You're communicating,
Generally speaking, you'll get a little bit of a,
right. Right.
They'll give you some space there.
Yeah.
Because you're almost always checking the box.
Right.
Anyway, so some of the parents knew I was late. They're like, how was your flight in and what time did you get in? And our youngest and I were like, we're just not talking about it because he was frustrated and he doesn't have patience either.
No.
And he did a good job for the most part for an 11-year-old trying to hold it together, sitting in an airport for 7 hours, constantly, like what's happening, this, that, this.
Right.
So we just ended up saying, we're just not going to talk about Bruno.
We're not going to talk about Bruno.
We're going to talk about Bruno. So I told all the parents, I was like, we got in 7 hours after we were supposed to. We don't talk about Bruno. But it was literally, I told people this too, short of catastrophes in our lives, non-material bad days. This was by far the worst day I probably have ever had.
Of
It
just
was
like bad luck after bad luck after bad luck. I mean,
very trying.
yeah. Well, the straw for me that broke the camel's back, sitting, I mean, and you can even ask the kids that were home with me, I was stressed out because I was like, oh my gosh, is he gonna get to play? They're just sitting there, like, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna have to drive?
Right.
And I'm completely out of the loop and I can't control anything. But it was a stressful weekend here because I was working a lot. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay up most of the night, I'm gonna work. And so you landed at 12:30 local time here. You said you landed, and then I saw at like 1:15 that you were still at the rental car place. So I texted you going, hey, are you really still at the rental car place?
Oh my gosh.
And you never even read the text. I get a call at 1:45 in the morning, Central Time, and it is our youngest. It's a FaceTime call, and he is absolutely beside himself, crying. I don't know where Dad is. I can't find Dad anywhere. I haven't seen him in 30 minutes. I don't know where he is. In that moment, I cannot tell you how sick I was. Like, I know I had texted you 30 minutes before, you never respond, you never even read it. Now, our youngest, who's 11, in Las Vegas, doesn't know where you are for 30 minutes.
We were in San Diego by that time, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you were in San Diego. Oh my gosh. And so, like, trying to be calm for him because he's losing it quick. And so I called you, and I got him to calm down, and then I called you, and you were actually headed back to him.
I was actually jogging when you called me.
Yeah, in that moment, you were jogging back to him. But the reason, and this was, you did a brilliant thing because you actually got a car that night because of it. But you're like, I think, said, hey, stay in this car. I'm going to go and talk to the people. And it just, at the rental car place, because they canceled your reservation.
Well, everybody who travels enough knows every now and again, if it's late enough, there's no cars available because people don't return them, or people keep them one more day, or they're late, whatever. They go somewhere else with the car. Well, Hertz, who I've been with forever, I've got all the perks with them, and I had a reservation. They didn't have a car for me. And there was multiple people online yelling at the two guys that were in there. It's 12:30 a.m. And they're like, what's the use of having a reservation if you don't have a car for me? And I'm like what he said.
Yeah, ditto on him.
He's like, I can't rent you one. There's no cars. And I was like, but I put in my flight number and everything, so you knew that's supposed to hold it for me, even though I'm delayed. And they're like, well, we only hold it for 2 hours. I'm like, 2 hours? So if I'm delayed 3 hours or 7,
right,
it's no go. And I checked their website, actually. It does say different than that on their website, because I thought that was suspicious. This guy had zero customer service. Maybe he'd already been yelled at 1,000 times.
Probably.
But I was lucky in the fact that I just happened to be, because I get from President's Circle, so you just could take whatever you want. Someone pulled up a car into it, and I got in it, tried to check out, couldn't, so I had to come back through. So I hid the car around in a corner that was safe, that I thought was safe in the park. So I hid it. It wasn't out where anybody could get into it and take it. I'll be right back. You're safe. Lock the doors. You know, I'll be right back. I have to go get this car. The guy wouldn't have rented me one, but I told him, he's like, there's no cars. I'm like, I've already got a car. All I need you to do is put my name in the computer. I've already got the car. And he didn't understand. I was like, you don't understand?
What do you mean?
I've got a car. My son is in it. My luggage is in it. He's like, you have the key? I'm like, no, my son's in the car right now. And that was the only reason I got the car that night.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't give me my corporate rate for it. And it was a whole thing. So again, it was like, don't talk about Bruno.
Don't talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was honestly a scary.
The cherry on the cake, for sure. And but I mean, the reason I kept him in there, I guess I could have taken the keys. But at the time, I was so just done.
And I don't,
It was a 30 more minute travel up.
You would have had no idea that it was going to take 30 minutes. It could have been 5 minutes. You walk in there and you walk out. Not a big deal. No harm, no foul. You could not have foreseen what was happening in the actual office of the rental car place. Oh my gosh, but I was terrified.
I'm sure you were.
I just had panic.
And you were up because you before we left, you had said like, I'll miss you, but you're not going to miss me because I got to work all weekend anyways.
Right.
So you were up at the same time.
Yeah.
Just working away.
Just working away.
Now thinking something terrible had happened. So.
Yeah.
So, it was a great weekend minus the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
24 hours were honestly some of the most frustrating, worst days I've ever had.
Yeah. And
I tried not to let that hang over. We both did a fairly good job. We just made a joke out of it and said, we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about
And
Bruno.
I think that's going to stick forever because like, even the kids asked today, like, how was it? Like, we don't talk about Bruno.
That's funny. So then, after that though, I mean, was it fun?
Yeah, we had a great time. It was a great time. It's weird because there's only one game a day. Usually when we travel for like league games, we have 1 or 2 games, or we have another game. Then it's
Right.
like it just seems like it's more packed. This one was like one game. I mean, you got 24 hours, you got another game, you got 24 hours, and another game. So we were there for a long time. I'm cognizant of how much I've been talking this time, but you and I haven't caught up.
I know.
At
I
all.
know.
So I'll just talk to you like I would normally talk to you.
That's
like,
exactly right.
Yeah, like we had a great time. The games were good. The boys played well.
Yeah.
It was a good stress test for them,
Yeah.
I think, because we're ranked highly here. So SoCal's known for being one of the other really strong areas. There's 3 of them. That's one of them. We're one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we were 1-1-1. So we won 1, we tied 1, we lost 1.
Right.
The one we won, we probably should have won by a little bit more. The one we tied. Oh wait, no. The one we tied, we should have won by we probably should have won.
I think you should have won. Yeah.
The one we tied, we stole. We played horrible, and it was too tough to tell if we played bad because we just played bad, or if the other team's play made us play bad. You know what I mean? Like pushed us out of our comfort zone. It was kind of tough to tell.
Yeah.
But I didn't think we played all that well, but we ended up eking out a win. Our youngest, he got a goal in that game. He ended up earning the final PK, which should have been a red card, and it wasn't. Last man.
Yeah.
But he earned the PK on it, so so all good things there.
Right.
And then that last game, I know you got to watch them, but it was like that last one. It was like the air was out.
It was.
Of the balloon, and unfortunately, I think it is what it is. We lost 3-0 in that one. We just didn't show.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't think, and you could just kind of feel it that morning too.
You could see it for sure. Watching it, you could just see it.
Yeah.
And hey, you're gonna have those games. These are youth sports still. Even in the professionals, like you sometimes have games where you're like, really, what just happened to my team there?
And it's tough, and the coach even said it. He said it's tough to play 3 top 100 teams back to back to back.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to do that at 11. Well, Liam, I guess, is one of only 2 11-year-olds on the team still. Everybody's 12 now, but it's a lot to ask of 12-year-olds.
Heck yeah.
Let alone an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them left on the team, so.
Right.
So that's what it was. But I think it's fun for the kids. Some of my favorite memories were traveling to soccer tournaments and running around the hotel and getting not into trouble, but just having some independence.
That's absolutely right. Yeah.
Within the walls of the hotel, hopefully.
Exactly. And I do love the type of hotel. You were in an Embassy Suites.
Yeah.
Those are always great for tournaments because they do provide a lot of area for the kids to go where they don't even have to leave the premises.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, you guys can spread out, you guys can do your thing. Our daughter had a tournament and we stayed at one of those and it was really great because it was like, oh yeah, look who's down there. You want to go down and talk to those girls? Oh yeah, sure, I'll go down.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, go.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be okay. And as long as I don't hear from the front desk clerk that you guys are making too much noise, I'm good.
Yeah. The only thing that just bugs me about it is like the boys, it's just this generational thing. And I got to get over it as our generation. But their together time is spent sitting at a table, every one of them on their phone. Now, I don't know if they have some airplay that they can play a game together, 1 or 2 of them. I know they're not all doing it.
Right.
They might all be playing the same game, not together. You know what I mean? But that's their social interaction. And it's just like, you can't tell your son, hey, put your phone away, because that's what everybody's doing.
What they're all doing. Yeah.
It would be nice for them all to put their phones away.
Right.
I grew up without phones.
I know.
And those, at those things, we had a lot of fun. That's how you make relationships.
That's how
you learn how to
talk.
interact.
Yeah.
It's social.
Yeah.
So it'll just be interesting, I think, long term, just to see how I don't know. Maybe it's better somehow, but I don't think it is.
I don't know that it is, but because I know that the last travel thing that we did with the team, like a whole group of them were downstairs playing spoons. Like the card game Spoons, right? And they had plastic spoons in the middle of the table. And they had a blast. Like no phones involved.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do. And I was like, Spoons is a fun game.
Yeah. No, that was fun. And then I don't usually stay up with the parents. I usually am too tired, or I go to bed, or being a natural introvert, I just kind of like, I'm out of energy already from probably socializing the whole part of the day, because that just, as an introvert, it takes energy out of you.
Yeah.
But I did stay up with them. I did stay with the parents 2 nights in a row, so Saturday, Sunday night. And that was a lot of fun, just hanging out with the parents there, just talking about anything and everything. Everybody's just kind of, joking around. We had college football on Saturday. We had Sunday football Sunday. The one thing I will say that was just crazy, and did I tell you about this at all? Like just how we got treated like children.
Yes.
I mentioned it just slightly. So the first night was fine. I mean, I was actually buying drinks from the bar that night, a bourbon from the bar. You get big ice cubes with that. They actually had like bourbon ice cubes, so that was nice. But so overpriced, it was unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
So most of at every other get together like this, and it's not like, I used to think like, oh, these parents are drinking, when they're having these things. That's what everybody does. It's just what everybody does. It's to be expected.
Exactly.
So some of the dads had, beer in like a little, case or something like that, because they're not going to buy it from the bar for, $20 a beer.
Right.
Bourbon was, $25 for a double.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, I mean, I could have bought a whole bottle for 2 glasses. It's
oh my gosh.
insane.
Should have taken that bottle from Mexico that we bought.
Yeah. I know. I've left so much bourbon in different places because we thought it would be good to buy it. Anyway, so I did buy one the second night, but because the first night, I think they caught on to us doing that, the other dads doing that, and there were some security guards that were there after I went to bed that were like, you're not allowed to bring in outside alcohol, and like, that's fine, everybody says that, but nobody enforces that.
Right.
And maybe this is a California thing, I don't know. But the next night, these ladies that were at the bar were just harassing us. Like they were the alcohol police. They were like sniffing around. They came out multiple times like, you don't have any outside alcohol out here, do you? And then we'd go inside to like get something, and they were just grumbling about us like, oh, they want the nice ice cube. Those are for paying customers. And they were so mad at us.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and like the security guards kept doing drive-bys all the time, and it's like, what are you doing? So like now we're all like trying to mask it a little bit. You know what I mean?
You're like tailgating in college, right? Because you're drinking underage and you're trying to hide it, right?
Well,
from the
we're
po-po.
smart enough. Like I had bought a bottle of bourbon, and I put it in a Gatorade bottle.
That's totally the wrong color. They don't make a Gatorade that color, my love.
Yeah, there was we had a whole conversation about that too. That was
What kind of Gatorade is that?
Yeah, Mike was dehydrated, sitting in the car all day. And that was his Gatorade bottle.
Oh. That is disgusting. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
But seriously, that's what we did in college, right? We'd empty out a soda can, add alcohol to the soda can, and then it looks like you're drinking Sprite.
But that's what we were all having to do. Everybody's like hiding
insane.
things. Like there's one time I asked for some ice, and I just joked with her. I said, I can't get one of those big ice cubes, can I? And she's like, what are you gonna do with it? And I wanted to ask, like,
suck on it?
Yeah, like I got my knee hurts. Like I need to ice my knee, and that one will not melt as fast. Like what do you think I'm gonna do with it? I'm gonna pour some bourbon on it. I'm gonna have a sipper. But it was like, thanks, mom or police. They were over the top. I'm a rule follower by nature.
Yeah, for sure.
But we weren't causing trouble at all. We were sitting in an area just like this, not being loud, not being rambunctious, not making problems for anybody, just talking amongst the 12 of us.
You're middle-aged parents.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do?
Right, but I mean, they chased them out. Like after some of us went to dinner, they're like, "You can't be in here. You can't be in a public place." Then like some of them were out front, like, "You can't be out front of here." Like we're waiting on an Uber. Or some of them were saying like, "We're just waiting on an Uber," and they're like chasing them around for hours and hours and hours. I honestly, it felt like a child being, chaperoned.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, and all their little comments like, "Oh, it's for paying customers." Like, well, we did. I mean. we paid for your overcharged rooms.
Right.
And your overcharged, liquor last night.
Right.
So
Right.
that was, I'm not trying to be negative here at all, but that did add a little bit of we kind of laughed about it, but I mean, it hung over everybody. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, give me a break. But
That's just
anyways,
crazy.
It was
That's just
fun.
silly.
It was fun getting to know. I hung out with some people I hadn't hung out before.
Yeah.
And so it was nice just getting to know people and talk and,
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I do love that.
And some of the moms were down there for a while hanging, mostly with the moms too. But I mean, everybody was interacting a little bit because sometimes it's like dads and then moms are somewhere else. You know?
Yeah.
So they kind of hung. There was a couple couples there.
Yeah.
But not too many. But a couple couples were there.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
That's awesome. I'm a little jealous that you got to hang out with all the soccer friends.
I stayed up later than I usually do because I think I was in bed by 10:30, 11 every night. But that was 1 o'clock our time. So I mean, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
But 10:30 wasn't bad.
Right.
Honestly, based on our time, But
Yeah.
I mean, I did feel like I was out till 3 a.m. and I had drank, more than, a glass. At the house, it's like, a glass and a half maybe.
Right.
Just to enjoy it,
Yeah.
But over 5 hours there, I'm sipping on like 3 glasses.
Yeah.
And then one night, one of the parents, they joined us at like 9:45 and the bar closed at 10.
Yeah.
And they bought shots of Patron for everybody.
Oh, golly.
Which was super nice. I can only imagine the check they wrote for that.
Right.
Because that was like 12 shots probably.
Oh, my gosh.
So thank you for that. But I was also like, whoa, I'm going to bed in like 30 minutes and I'm pouring a shot of. And they were not small shots.
I guess you got your money's
Yeah.
worth?
I didn't finish my whiskey on that night.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to trade one for the other. Anyways.
Well, and mine was like a dry weekend because I'm hanging out with the kids, and it's like, well, it's not fun to.
Were you dry the whole weekend? You didn't drink?
I had a glass of wine on Sunday night.
Oh, okay. I'd be surprised. A glass or two of wine is not a big deal.
I didn't any other night because
Right.
it was just like whatever. I'm hanging out with the kids, like.
Right.
Which is great. Like everyone, well, I don't know about everyone, but people tell you like, hey, have date nights with your kids, right? Take one child by themselves and spend that time with them. And it's like, I kind of feel like these weekends, as hard as they are when you and I are apart, it does give you one-on-one time with a kid. It gave me, I guess it was 2-on-1 time.
Yep.
But it's still really good. I mean, at dinner, to just have those conversations, I was like, I love the ages you are, but I was surprised at how busy this would be. And I got to hear all about, they were just chatting away, and so that's the benefit, even though it's really hard being away.
Yeah, they hit that age, like we said, like 2 years ago maybe, where we can sit at a dinner, whether it's 2-on-1 or 1-on-1 or all 5 of us, and we just have really good conversation.
Yeah.
And they like that.
They do.
Especially when we haven't had it in a while.
Yeah.
Which I think makes me feel like in the end, hopefully we're doing the things right, that they want to have that. There's times we're like, hey, do you guys want to go watch a movie? Because we'll eat and watch a movie at the same time, just to try to fit it in.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times we're like, well, can we just have a family dinner tonight?
Yeah.
And talk.
Right.
Or a game night, so we just interact.
Right.
We're like, yeah.
Right.
Did it attack you?
It was like right in my eyes, sorry. I'm like seeing stuff.
Yeah, there's one here.
And that's one reason why I wanted to take them out to dinner on one night, because it's different when we're home and you DoorDash, because then it's like, well, let's turn on a movie, and then you don't talk as much. But when you're at a restaurant, there's nothing else to distract you, and so you just sit there and talk.
Yeah.
And so that's why I really wanted to do that, with them, because it's like these times are fleeting.
They are. They really are.
They're gonna go fast.
But also my weekend was really good. We're lucky that this team really is a pretty good team of parents. Mm-hmm. And I could go down the list of everybody sitting at that table there, just learning about people and hearing them and just stories and just laughing. Obviously, Mike's there. I think I can use first names at least. Mike's always ready for a good laugh.
Oh my gosh,
so I think
funny.
he and I were lobbing back and forth, and I did my first Mike impression.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. He got a kick out of it, I think so. If I can make Mike laugh, then I feel like, okay, my job's done here.
You've done well.
Yeah.
You've done well.
Yeah. We had to finally drink with Jamie. I know I've missed Jamie a couple times and whatnot. So, I don't want to go through and name everybody, but it was great. It was great.
That's awesome.
But I had something else to say on that one. I don't remember what it was, but
I think this is and this may take you off track, but stop me if you
No, go.
remember what you were gonna say. I think the time of life that we're in is like your friends, because you don't have time for maybe friends that aren't doing the same things that you do, because you're just so busy all the time. We talk about it, right? It's the 4 things and you can only have 2 or 3 or whatever. You have to let one go. But your friends become the people who are doing the same things that you're doing. So it's the people that you're sitting on the soccer sidelines with, or at the track field with, or track with, not track field, but you know what I meant. As opposed to like kids who are doing other things. Like your friend group becomes parents of the kids that are doing the same
Absolutely.
thing.
And I think for the most part, this group, as you well know, as much as everybody does cheer for their own kid, and at this age you're still wanting your own kid to develop, I think, especially the ones we've been with for a long time, I mean, I know I care about some of their kids. And how well they're doing, and if, any of that stuff. And I feel that reciprocally. That one got me too, straight into the face.
I know, and it's a big one.
Kamikaze my cheek. But that's what's nice about it. It has that family feel to it, because some of us have been around together for a long time. But I think everybody does truly care. For the most part on that team, about everybody else's kids and whatnot. So it was fun. So
Good.
Yeah, but I was glad to be home, because for me, I'm exhausted. Again, the whole introvert thing, like I was on a lot. Not that I was center of attention, but just trying to be outgoing is something I have to actually
that's a drain for
exert energy to do. I have to actually be conscious about talking, and you know what I mean? Now, bourbon helps. I probably drank more bourbon than I should have for a 3-day period, but
That's pretty funny.
that's why you're like, do you want to have a sipper tonight? I'm like, not really.
Not really,
I want to still enjoy bourbon.
Yeah.
Not that I drink that much, but.
Well, yeah, but I'm the same way. Like if we have a glass of wine during the week, I don't really, or even if there's like 2 nights a week that we could have a glass of wine, but I don't usually drink bourbon, but at least not during the week. Your seasonal old fashions are incredible. Oh my gosh, come Thanksgiving, that's my drink. But like I'm like, when the weekend comes around, if I've had a glass of wine on like a Tuesday and a Wednesday, I'm like, I don't need it. That's funny.
Yeah. So, well, we should wrap this one up probably.
I know, especially since I have no idea where our dog is.
Yeah, Paris. I thought you were gonna pick her up.
I know.
Make her first appearance, Paris. Anyways.
I know.
Well, let's, I guess, summarize this last week for ourselves, and we can move on.
That's good. Goodness gracious. It's tough.
While you're thinking, though, I will just say, it's just so nice to be home. That's what I was going to say earlier, is like, it's nice to spend all this time with those good people, and thank God they're good people.
Yeah.
But 3-4 days like that, out of the regular routine, out of family, out with, my spouse, my best friend.
Yeah.
To be away from that, like, last night I came home, I wasn't in a bad mood, but I was tired. It all hit me at once.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice to get home to routine.
Yes.
Your house, your stuff.
Yes.
Because I was just, for me, not only that's where the heart is, but that's where my peace is. That's where my, everything is.
Yeah.
So to get back to the other kids and all that kind of stuff, it's just, that's settling for me. That's calming.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get back to that.
Yeah. And for me, being still here the whole time, it's one thing when it's 1 night or 2 nights. Like, because you've traveled your whole career, like I'm used to you being gone 1 or 2 nights. That 3rd night is just lonely. Like you turn off the light and you're just like, gosh, this is just lonely. It's sad. It's like there's just a heaviness when your partner, your best friend, like they're just not there. And it is, like I just felt it's that 3rd night that it's like, oh my gosh, please get home. I am ready for you to be home.
We could have done that a little bit longer if the whole family was there.
Yes.
Right. It was just like when we were in Cancun, right?
Yeah.
It was like, probably could have done that longer, but it would have been great to have the kids.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's just where we're at. These are our people.
Yep, these are our people. That's exactly right. So.
All right, did you think of a word?
Gosh, I wish.
All right, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3.
Juggling.
Go time. I have another hyphenated.
I think hyphenated works.
Yeah.
Okay, do your go time. What?
Well, it was just, as you know, last week was just crazy with everything at work, for me, for you. It was just like, we got to do this. I mean, like, there just hasn't been a time, even since Cancun, we hit the ground running.
Yes.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
We just literally haven't stopped. And then I had Don't Talk About Bruno Day, and then 4 more days in San Diego, and then back last night at 1 a.m., and then your whole day at work today. And you were gone today at work in the office.
Yeah.
So literally, this is the first time we've seen each other. That sounds like go time to me.
Yeah.
For the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yours was
juggling. Because it was just constant, like, we got this and we got this and we got this, and oh, you're throwing me another ball. Here we go, you know. So similar, just a different take on it.
Yeah, I get it. So. All right, well, let's call it. We're gone long as it is.
All right.
Well, we will see you guys next week, maybe?
Yeah.
All right. Have a great
certainly
weekend.
hope so.
Thanks
Ciao,
for tuning
ciao.
in. Talk to you.
Bye.
See ya.
Paris.